Good day, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we delve into a pivotal moment in history, one that changed the course of time. We're going to explore the powerful events that took place after the death of Jesus Christ, as described in the Bible. These events carry deep spiritual meaning, and each one of them reveals something profound about God's plan for humanity. First, let's talk about something dramatic that happened at the very moment of Jesus' death. The curtain in the temple was torn. This wasn't just any ordinary tear. The Bible says the curtain was torn from top to bottom, a divine act that holds incredible significance. You see, the curtain separated the Holy of Holies, the most sacred part of the temple, from the rest of the world. It was where God's presence dwelled and where only the high priest could enter, and that too, just once a year. But when Jesus died, that curtain was torn in half, signifying that the barrier between God and humanity was now gone. Through Jesus' sacrifice, every person now had direct access to God. No longer was access to the divine limited to a select few. This was a monumental shift. It was as if God himself was saying, "Come, all of you, come freely." Now, let's turn our attention to another incredible event. As Jesus hung on the cross, something unimaginable occurred. The sky grew dark for 3 hours. From noon to 3 in the afternoon, the land was covered in a deep, eerie darkness. For those who witnessed this, it was a chilling sight. The darkness wasn't just a natural phenomenon. Many theologians believe it was a sign from God. It was as though the whole earth was mourning the death of the Son of God. This darkness also symbolized the separation between God the Father and Jesus, who, in that moment, bore the weight of the sins of the world. For the people who lived through it, this was a divine message, a confirmation of the importance of Jesus' death and what it meant for humanity. And if that wasn't enough, at the very moment of Jesus' death, the earth shook violently. An earthquake rocked the land. It was as if the earth itself couldn't bear the sorrow of Jesus' sacrifice. The rocks split, and tombs were opened. This earthquake was not only a display of nature's power but also a sign of something greater, the spiritual earthquake that had just taken place. Something even more extraordinary happened. According to the Gospel of Matthew, after the earthquake, many holy people who had died were resurrected. These saints were brought back to life, and they went into the holy city of Jerusalem, appearing to many people. This was no ordinary resurrection. These were people who had been long dead, yet, by the power of Jesus' death, they were restored to life. Now, imagine what the people of Jerusalem must have thought as they saw these resurrected saints walking among them. It was a powerful testimony to the reality of Jesus' victory over death. His death wasn't the end, it was the beginning of something far greater. But Jesus' body, lifeless and cold, was taken down from the cross. The Gospels tell us that it was Joseph of Arimathea, a wealthy man and secret follower of Jesus, who took it upon himself to bury Jesus. He placed Jesus' body in a new tomb that had been carved out of rock. A stone was rolled in front of the entrance. It seemed like the final chapter of the story, but we know it wasn't. To make sure that no one would steal Jesus' body, the religious authorities, worried about rumors of a resurrection, requested a guard be posted at the tomb. They feared that his disciples might try to take the body and claim that Jesus had risen. A Roman guard was assigned to seal the tomb and prevent any tampering. Little did they know, this would be the last effort to contain the truth. The stage was being set for something far greater than anyone could have imagined. The stone would be rolled away, not by human hands, but by divine intervention. And in that tomb, Jesus would defeat death forever. As we reflect on these events, we see a tapestry of signs that point to the divine purpose of Jesus' death. The tearing of the curtain, the darkness, the earthquake, the resurrection of saints, all these miraculous occurrences were not just coincidences. They were God's way of showing that Jesus' death was not a defeat, but a victory that would change the world. Jesus' death was the ultimate sacrifice for the sins of humanity, but it wasn't the end. It was only the beginning. And 3 days later, the world would witness the greatest miracle of all, the resurrection of Jesus Christ, conquering sin and death once and for all. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you found this video insightful, please like, share, and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And remember, the story of Jesus is one of hope, love, and redemption for all who believe.